Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation to all you Akim out there pushing his word with sincerity and truth. To you I say Shalom. I'm going to start off with Jeremiah 15 and verse 5. It says, "For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?" Now, Jerusalem, meaning us 12 tribes, man. Starting with the so-called Negro, the so-called Latino, the so-called Native Americans, and the rest of the scattered. You know? Ain't nobody gonna, these nations, none of these nations is gonna have pity upon us, man. I mean, we've seen it through generations, through generation. These nations hate us. They don't want to see us rise up. They don't care about us. They want to see us down. You know, we can't rely on all these other people, man. The only one we can depend on is Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. But yet you got Jake out here, you know, trying to ask help from Esau. Trying to ask help from these other nations. You know, crying out to them, but not crying out to the Most High Yahweh and his only begotten son Yahushua. But y'all quick to go to Esau for help. Y'all quick to cry to Esau's judgment, or I guess his court system for help. You know, hoping they'll have pity on you. They don't give a shit about you. They could care less. And you're seeing Esau's horn show now, man. You're seeing how he don't give a shit about you, about y'all, Jake. And this is what gets me. 2/3 will be quick to defend Esau. But to defend another Israelite, man, they'll turn the other cheek. They'll turn the other way. But yet when it comes to Esau, oh man, they're right there, hand in hand with Esau. That's why y'all 2/3 gonna get what y'all get, man. Jake don't know that Esau's their enemy. From the beginning, you don't know everything he's done. And including these other nations too. You don't know what these motherfuckers have done to y'all. Don't y'all know their history? The fuck is wrong with y'all, man? They have done nothing but rob, kill, and steal from our people. They are our enemies. It says so in the scriptures. Let me get Psalm chapter 83. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult." Thine enemies, plural, enemies. If they're the enemy of the Most High, then they're our enemies too. It says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thine hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." This is what they plan, man. to get rid of y'all, to exterminate y'all jakes, to get rid of y'all permanently. So they can rule. Because they know that as long as we're here, there's still that threat of us coming back into power. That's the reason why they're keeping us dumb in a dumbed down spirit, man. They set up these churches, to keep us dumbed down. They set up television to keep y'all's minds programmed on the bullshit they want y'all to keep focused on. Keep living that American dream. That false, I guess, in other words, in lack of a better terms, a false dream. Let me see. Verse 5, it says, "For they have consulted together with one consent." See, they were all together in this one idea, in this one plan. "They are confederate against thee." See, in all these nations, they're against the Most High. And like I said, if they're against the Most High, they're against us, because the Most High, Yahweh, is our power, is our strength. The head of man is Yahushua, right? And the head of Yahushua is the Most High Yahweh. So of course they're gonna hate us. Verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom. That's the first one on the list. Edom, Esau. It says, "And the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarnes, Jebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, Ashur also is joined with them. Also is joined with them. So they have hope in the children of Lot, Salah." This shows pretty much all the nations, man. When you go back, look at the slave trade. You got the Atlantic slave trade, and you got the other slave trade in I forgot exactly what it was called. The Middle Eastern slave trade, I think it was. I'm trying to think of it, but either ways, Ishmael sold us in slavery, and so did Moab. Right? And this is all planned out, man. This is all planned out, and that's why we're scattered throughout all these other nations, man. Because all these nations had a hand in this. They all were confederate with Esau in laying their hands on us and selling us as merchandise. Now let me get Revelation 11. I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, "And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half." And that's talking about us being in that hardcore slavery, especially mainly the tribe of Judah. It says, "And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves." Right. They didn't. All these nations, man. Really, it's all these nations. This is right here. "And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half." So all the nations knew about this, knew about us being in slavery. Did any of them try to come in for help or try to come in to help us? No. They didn't give a shit. It says, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves, right? To put our minds at ease, to put our minds at rest. Because at that time period, we didn't know we were Israelites, man. We didn't know who we were. We just know that we were slaves and we were catching this hell. We didn't know why. We were completely destroyed, man. Verse 10, it says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them. See? These nations, man, they rejoiced at our downfall. They rejoiced that they had us in captivity. It says, and make merry and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. That's talking about, the tribe of Israel. I mean, the nation of Israel and the nation of Judah. Pretty much it was all one nation, but pretty much the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel. But yeah, man, hey, they rejoiced over us. They sold us. They gave gifts one to another, and those gifts were us. We were those gifts that they were sending one to another. Because they knew their history. They knew that our forefathers used to kick their asses. King David, man, he used to kick their asses. Put them in subjection. They know. But now, now Israel's waking up, man. And we telling Jake, all the time, wake up, man, snap out of that sleep. But no, man, Jake still wants to be alongside Esau, wants to back him up, wants to help him out, wants them to receive salvation too. Damn, Jake's still in that damn Stockholm syndrome hasn't beaten down, man. Damn, Esau did a number on y'all, man. For real. On us. But the Most High has had. Hey, that's why I say, man, if you receive this truth, man, you are blessed beyond belief, man. Hey, and stick to it, man, because the Most High is coming to deliver us. That's the only way we're gonna be delivered out here. Like I'm gonna get right here. Jeremiah 30:10. It says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. You see? Out of all these nations, because we're scattered throughout all these nations, so the Most High is going to, deliver us from whatever the elect is located at on the planet Earth. He's going to deliver us from that. Beam us up and, hey, change us into new bodies, give us immortal life, and then bring us back down, to set up the kingdom. And at that time, man, we're going to be at rest. We ain't going to be working. We ain't going to be serving nobody but the Most High. Hey, and we're going to be, it's going to be glorious, man. We ain't going to be afraid. We ain't going to feel no pain. We ain't going to feel no sorrow. We ain't going to be sad. We ain't going to be, bro, man. The times is coming, man. So Jake, man, stop looking to Egypt for help, man. There ain't going to be none. There ain't going to be no help from Egypt, from America. Shit's gonna get even worse and worse. And Esau ain't gonna help you, man. The only one that's gonna deliver you from this coming crisis, these terrible times that's coming, is Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua. Well, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. I'm gonna close it out by saying, Kahalayim La, Allahayana wa Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua, Ba'Hashem Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and blessings and salutations to all the Akim out there pushing this word with sincerity and truth. Until the next time, I'm going to say Shalom.